Pittsburgh doesn't know it yet. It is 6:38 in the morning. The temperature is 34 degrees Fahrenheit. A light snow fell overnight. The roads are damp. The sky is the color of iron. On Forbes Avenue, a Port Authority bus pulls away from a stop. 22 tons of steel and passengers. The driver has made this route before, hundreds of times. The bridge ahead is familiar, unremarkable, just another crossing. But nobody is really aware what is coming in the next couple of minutes. The Fern Hollow Bridge has stood here since 1973. It has carried presidents and school children, rush hour traffic and Sunday drivers, 14,000 vehicles every single day for nearly 50 years. This morning, it has 60 seconds left. To understand why a bridge falls, you first have to understand what it was.
This bridge was actually a very elegant design. The inclined legs were doing something genuinely clever, distributing loads efficiently across that ravine.
The bridge was built from Core 10 steel, a weathering steel. It forms a protective layer on its own surface, a self-healing skin, a patina that seals the metal beneath from further corrosion. In the right conditions, dry climates, good drainage, regular maintenance, it works exactly as designed.
Core 10 steel is not a maintenance-free material. Continuous water exposure is its greatest enemy.
There is a phrase that matters enormously in bridge engineering: fracture critical. A fracture critical member is a structural component with no redundancy, no backup, no alternative load path. If it fails, the entire structure fails immediately, completely. The inclined legs of the Fern Hollow Bridge were fracture-critical members, and water was eating them alive.
Fracture-critical bridges require a completely different when one member carries everything and they miss anything, and when something is found anything, it has to be acted on immediately. (2005). The first formal inspection report dotting the problem lands on a desk at the city of Pittsburgh. The finding is clear: clean the drains. Nothing is done.
2011. The bridge is downgraded, rated 4, poor. The lead inspector later describes his frustration in testimony that is almost painful to hear. The number one problem was the clogged scuppers and downspouts. Clean the stuff, he said, and nothing ever got done.
A poor rating is not a death sentence, but it is a warning. Repair costs multiply, and the risk multiplies.
Just simply clean the stuff, you know? That was the inspector's words. Years of warnings, years of the same finding, and nothing was done.
2014. The cables are retightened. The inspection notes they are in good shape. The drains remain clogged. 2019. The rating is still poor. 8 years have passed since the bridge was first rated poor. 14 years since the first warnings. September 19th, 2021. 4 months before the collapse. The last inspection is conducted. The rating, still poor. One inspection engineer later admits the inspection was rushed. 4 months later, the bridge fell. January 28th, 2022. Pittsburgh is emerging from a winter night. Daryl Luciani has driven this route before. As the Port Authority bus driver guides his articulated vehicle, 22 tons of steel, onto Forbes Avenue. The morning is quiet. The bridge ahead looks the same as it always has. At 6:39 in the morning, inside the southwest bridge leg, in the transverse tie plate that has been corroding for 17 years, something gives way. The fracture-critical member fails. The failure is instantaneous and total. There's no gradual sag. No warning creak loud enough to hear from inside a car. 447 feet of steel drops approximately 100 feet into the Frick Park ravine below. On the bus, the passenger from Swissvale experiences something she will later struggle to describe. Driver Daryl Luciani does something in those 15 seconds that may have saved her life. He holds his foot on the brake. The bus slides to a stop, partially in the ravine, partially on the remaining structure. It does not go all the way over. Pittsburgh Bureau of Fire Chief Daryl Jones arrives to a scene that looks like a war zone. Steel twisted and broken, a bus at the bottom of a ravine, people climbing out of windows, others trapped. As the count begins, as emergency responders work through the wreckage, something extraordinary becomes clear. No one is dead. For Tyrone and Velva Perry, the Fern Hollow Bridge collapse was not an engineering statistic. It was a Tuesday morning on the way to care for a 93-year-old mother. It was a decision to take a different route because of snow. It was a drop of 100 feet that left both of them with back injuries. In 2024, the city of Pittsburgh approved a $500,000 payment to the victims. $500,000 for a bridge that would have cost a fraction of that to maintain. $43,000 bridges, each one rated, each one documented, each one waiting. You have probably crossed one this week. The National Transportation Safety Board launched a full investigation. For 12 months, investigators examined every inspection report, every maintenance record, every decision made and not made over 17 years. Their findings, released February 21, 2024, were devastating in their clarity. NTSB Chair Jennifer Homendy addressed the survivors directly. The bridge should have been closed years prior to its collapse. Senior structural engineer Steve Prudy was equally direct. Had the structure been properly maintained, the bridge could have been expected to last for many more years.
The Fern Hollow collapse is not an isolated incident. It is a symptom of a national infrastructure funding crisis, deferring maintenance and calling it eventually, every debt is paid.
The NTSB conclusion was as unambiguous as any official government document ever gets. The collapse could have been prevented. 11 years of documented warnings, zero maintenance, and a bridge rated poor for 11 consecutive years, never closed, never restricted, never prioritized for repair. The new Fern Hollow Bridge was completed in December 2022, less than a year after the collapse. It opened to traffic on July 7, 2023. The replacement cost, $25.3 million, 20 times what the original bridge cost to build in 1973. A safer design, built because the failure of the original made its weaknesses impossible to ignore any longer. In the wake of the collapse, the Federal Highway Administration ordered a review of more than 10,000 bridges across the United States, built with similar uncoated weathering steel. Bridges that may face the same drainage problems, the same section loss, the same fracture-critical vulnerabilities. 10,000 bridges, each one serving communities that trust the infrastructure beneath them. The Fern Hollow Bridge collapse killed no one. That fact is remarkable, and it should not make us comfortable. Because the lesson of Fern Hollow is not that we were lucky. The lesson is that we were warned. 17 years of inspection reports, 17 years of the same finding, and 17 years of inaction. The bridge didn't fail because no one knew. It failed because everyone knew, and no one acted. There are 43,000 bridges in poor condition in the United States today. Each one has an inspection report. Each one has a rating. The question, the only question that matters, is whether anyone is reading them. Somewhere in America tonight, water is pooling at the base of a bridge leg. Debris is clogging a drain, and a report is sitting on a desk, waiting for someone to decide that this time the warning matters.